Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Rabia and I am so happy you're here today. Whether you're a beginner or an advanced English learner, I'm here to help you improve your listening and understanding of English while also sharing stories from my own life. Now, let me ask you something. Have you ever felt like you're in the wrong place? Like you're doing something, but it doesn't really make you happy? Well, that's exactly how I felt a few months ago when I was doing my internship in engineering, and it seemed like the perfect career, but deep down I knew something was missing. So in this video I will tell you a big decision that I made, why I left my career in engineering to become an online teacher. This may seem like a strange choice to some people, but it was the right decision for me, and I want to share the reasons behind it with you. As we go through this story, I want you to listen carefully and think about how my journey may relate to your own life. Maybe you've also thought about making a big change or following a different path. I'll speak slowly and clearly so you can practice your English listening skills while I tell you my own story. Alright, so let me take you back a little bit. I graduated from my university just 1 year ago with a master's degree in network engineering. If you don't know what that is, it's the study of how different devices and systems communicate with each other over networks, like how your phone connects to the internet or how computers talk to each other in big companies. For years, I worked hard to complete my degree. I loved learning about technology, networks, and how everything connects. At first, I thought this was going to be my dream job. I imagined myself working in a big company, solving problems and building systems. It felt exciting to think about all the possibilities in the tech world. But after graduating, things didn't work as I planned. I didn't end up working as a full-time engineer. Instead, I only did an internship. For a few months, I worked at a company, learning how things work in the real world. I worked on some projects and got to know the industry better. During my internship, I realized that something was missing. Don't get me wrong, I learned a lot and I met amazing people, but I started to feel like the work wasn't making me happy. It wasn't for me. It felt too far removed from what I truly enjoyed. I wasn't really excited to wake up in the morning and go to work. I began asking myself, is this really what I want to do for the rest of my life? After my internship ended, I realized something important. While engineering and technology were fascinating, they weren't fulfilling me in the way I thought they would. I wanted to feel passionate about my work, but instead I felt disconnected from it. And that's when I started thinking about a big decision. I needed to find something that truly excited me, something that would make me feel happy and motivated every day. So that's where the next chapter of my life begins. The decision to leave engineering behind and explore something completely different. Now, making the decision to leave a career in engineering wasn't easy. It wasn't like one day I woke up and said, that's it, I'm done with engineering. No, it took a lot of thoughts, doubt, and even fear. Changing your career is a big deal, especially when you've invested so much time and effort into something like I had with my engineering degree. One of the biggest challenges I faced was the fear of failure. I thought, what if I make a mistake? What if teaching online doesn't work out? What if I regret leaving engineering? These thoughts kept me up at night. I was used to the idea of being an engineer, and switching to something completely new was scary. It felt like stepping into the unknown. Another challenge was the uncertainty about my future. Engineering felt like a stable career with clear path, but when I started thinking about teaching online, I wasn't sure it would work. Could I make enough money? Would people even want to learn from me? It felt like taking a huge risk. And of course, there were the reactions from other people. Not everyone understood my decision. Some of my friends and family were supportive, but others thought I was making a mistake. They said things like, you've worked so hard to become an engineer. Why throw it all away? It was hard to explain why I felt like teaching was the right thing or the right path for me. It wasn't just about the job, it was about what made me feel alive, excited, and fulfilled. But despite all the doubts and challenges, I knew deep down that I couldn't ignore my passion anymore. I had to take the risk, I had to make the change. And let me tell you, it wasn't easy at first. It took a lot of time learning and adapting. I had to build my confidence and figure out how to teach in a way that felt natural to me, but in the end, the rewards have been worth it. If you're facing a similar challenge or thinking about a big change in your own life, just remember, it's okay to feel scared, but sometimes the biggest risks lead to the greatest rewards. Now, after all those challenges and doubts, I'm finally doing something that truly makes me happy. Becoming an online teacher has been such a rewarding experience, and I want to share with you why I love it so much. The first thing I love about being an online teacher is the ability to connect with people from all over the world. In my classes, I got to meet students from different countries, learning their cultures and help them improve their English and Arabic skills. Every day I get to interact with people from places that I may never visit, and that's something I find incredibly special. It's not just about teaching a language, it's about building relationships and understanding different perspectives. Another thing that I love is the flexibility. I get to decide when and where I work. I can create my own schedule, which means I have more time to do the things that I love, like working on my own projects or spending time with family and friends. I also enjoy the freedom of being able to teach from anywhere, whether it's my own home or a cafe. This flexibility gives me a sense of controlling over my life that I never thought I would have in engineering. But perhaps the best part of being an online teacher is seeing my students grow in success. There's something so fulfilling about watching someone improve their language skills, become more confident, and reach their goals. I feel like I'm taking a real difference in their lives. When my students tell me that they understand something they struggle with, or when they say they have used English or Arabic in their life, it makes everything worth it. I also love how much I learn from my students. Teaching is not just about giving knowledge, it's about learning from others too. My students inspire me with their dedication and hard work. They remind me that teaching is a two-way street and I'm constantly growing along with them. And of course, I love that every day brings something new. Every class is different. I get to think creatively about how to help my students, make the lessons interesting, and find new ways to engage with them. This variety keeps me excited and motivated to continue doing what I do. Looking back on my journey from engineering to become an online teacher, I've learned so many valuable lessons. It hasn't always been easy, but each experience has taught me something that I carry with me today. The first lesson that I learned is that it's okay to change your mind. For a long time, I thought my path had to be fixed. I thought I had to stick with what I started just because I had invested so much time and effort into it. But I learned that life isn't a straight line. It's okay to change directions if you feel it's what's right for you. It's okay to outgrow something that no longer aligns with who you are or what you want. In fact, change can lead to growth in ways you never expected, and that's not only for careers. Another important lesson I learned is to trust myself. When I decided to leave engineering behind, I was filled with doubt. It was hard to trust that I was making the right decision, especially because it felt like I was stepping into the unknown, as I said. But as time passed, I realized that I know myself better than anyone else. Trusting my instincts, even when it felt scary, has been one of the most empowering things I've done. I've learned that if something doesn't feel right, it's okay to walk away and find something that does. One of the most surprising lessons I learned was the power of patience. When I started teaching, I wanted everything to fall into place immediately. I wanted to have the perfect setup, the perfect schedule, and the perfect lesson plans right away. But things don't always work like that. Success takes time. You have to be patient with yourself, especially when you're learning something new or trying to build something from the ground up. I've learned to embrace the process even when it feels slow or uncertain. I also learned that failure is a part of the journey. When I was transitioning into teaching, there were plenty of moments when things didn't go as I planned. Not every class was perfect, not every lesson was a success, but each mistake was an opportunity to learn and grow. I've come to understand that failure isn't something to be afraid of. It's just another step toward improvement, and that it's a part of the process. Lastly, I learned the importance of balance. It's easy to get caught up in the hustle of the desire to be constantly productive, but I've learned that taking care of myself is just as important as the work I do, whether it's taking breaks, practicing self-care, or simply spending time with loved ones. Balance is key to sustain long-term happiness and success. Each of these lessons has shaped me into who I am today and has made me a better teacher and also a better person. And even though I still face challenges, I'm no longer afraid of them. I have learned that challenges are just opportunities in disguise. Thank you so much for watching and listening to my story. I hope it was not only interesting but also helpful for practicing your English skills. Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video and want to keep improving your English by listening to real-life stories and vlogs, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. I post videos regularly, so you always have something new to practice with. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you never miss a new video. I'm excited to share more stories and tips and experiences with you guys. Until next time, keep practicing, keep learning, and remember, every step you take brings you closer to your goals. See you in the next video.